So the Blues Brothers, right? I remember watching the Blues Brothers 2000, and you're in that. How did that happen? Like,
well, you know the story about Dan Aykroyd got the idea for the look of the Blues Brothers from me.
Yeah, I read a bit. Yeah,
because they used to play at a club in Kingston, Canada, where he hung out when he was going to college. Mm. And back then I'd wear like a black suit and my hair would be slicked back and shades on. That's where he got the look. Except I didn't have a, you know,
a handcuffs
for my heart case, and I didn't wear a hat. But we'd become friends, and he had told me that story several times, and they'd already done the Blues Brothers movie. Mm. And then we were going to do the Blues Brothers 2000, and I don't remember who called who or whatever, but I got my ticket to fly up to Toronto, and that's where we filmed it.
Toronto, yeah.
That was scene with the two bands at the end. That was all done in one day. And I wish I don't know if anybody did, but I wish they'd filmed all of us just hanging out backstage and everything. All the
like to put in the making of it or something. Cause
just all the joking around and laughing and telling lies. That was a lot of fun.
Because I mean, boy, you know, yourself on the stage, this whole like Coco Taylor and like
BB and Bo Diddley and Eric Clapton and Dr. John and
it's like
Lou Rawls was there.
Yeah.
Coco Taylor. The only reason I sang that one line, and it was supposed to be Coco's line, and she kept blowing it. And Paul Schaefer was the musical director. And he said, "Okay, Charlie, you take it." Take what? What? So I had to like real quickly memorize the line.
Because you know, because you got all the cameras there, and they're all like bang. I was fine.
Oh yeah, they're not into wasting any time. They got to get this done, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
So it was a certain amount of pressure involved.
Yeah.
But just to be with that's where I first met Joshua Redman.
Yeah.
Saxophone.
Oh yeah.
And we just last year did a show together, his band and my band, and he sat in with me and I sat in with him, and in the end we all played together.
Cool.
It was a lot of fun.
So like Howling Wolf, you know, you knew Howling Wolf. I mean, I'm a big fan of Howling Wolf and Hubert, you know. Did you just walk up and say, "G'day, hey, I'm Charlie, how you going?" You know, or you know, or someone said, "Oh, you should come and meet." You know, like
well, I used to just go there to Silvio's. There's a club at the corner of Lake and Kedzie in Chicago, and I just loved the band, the way they sounded. Hubert would hold his guitar almost straight up and down, and he'd be like holding it like this. His fingers just be flying up and down. He'd be rocking, and man, he'd be playing the most insane, wild solos.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I saw Wolf, he was sitting in a chair. He often sat in a chair which is on the floor with the bandstand right behind him. And I don't ever remember him getting up on the bandstand at Silvio's, but then at some point he started getting up, and he just kept getting up and getting. Man, he was a big guy. He looked like the Rock of Gibraltar, and that voice.
Yeah.
He was as powerful as he sounds on record. In person, it was like 1,000 times more. Like you look around, and the whole audience would just be like, just mesmerized by this guy. And people were hardly danced. I mean, it was just tables and chairs, and he would like walk around singing and kind of prowling through the crowd.
Stalking around.
People would dance off to the sides. And he would talk, you know, he would say, you know, we got Mr. and Mrs. Smith up here from Penton, Mississippi to see their daughter, and let's have a hand for them. And people would clap. And Joe Smith over in the corner there, it's his birthday today, and everybody clap, and just kind of give the latest news of, and then they'd say, and we got our white friend here who comes out to see the wolf in all kinds of weather. Let's have a hand for the white boy. Yeah. Stand up, white boy. Yeah. So, I mean, I was just hanging around. He just thought of me as a fan. I never asked to sit in or anything.
Yeah.
Anywhere I went, I was just happy to be in those clubs, listening to the music, and having come from Memphis, I already knew how to drink.
Yeah.
So I just fit right in, and
so I
would request tunes, you know.
Yeah.
So Wolf just thought of me as a fan at first, but I got to know Johnny Jones, the piano player, real well, and he found out that I played, and he told Wolf I played, and then Wolf would invite me to sit in and stuff like that.
Wow.
And the same sort of thing happened with Muddy. I wouldn't ask him to sit in. He always played at his home club was how could I forget the name of that? Johnny Pepper. Johnny Pepper's owned it. Pepper's Lounge.
Yeah. On
43rd Street. And so he thought I was a fan because I'd ask, play Rolling and Tumbling or something. And how do you know that tune, boy? You know, I got all the records. You know, I'd request the old numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he just thought I was a fan. I wouldn't like you see guys holding up their harmonica. You know, can I sit in?
Yeah.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
So, but I got to know a waitress that worked there really well, and she found out that I played, and she told Muddy, "You ought to hear Charlie play a harmonica. He's pretty good." So that was into me being just on the sidelines, and Muddy called me up to sit in, which wasn't unusual. People sat in all the time because Peppers was open till 4 in the morning, and on Saturday night it was open till 5 in the morning. So that's a lot of time to kill. So Muddy was always happy to have people sitting in. And a lot of musicians hung out there.
Yeah.
That's where I first met Robert Nighthawk. I remember sitting at Pepper's Lounge for a while there. You could get a whole meal, like home cooking, soul food, Southern style of eating, which I missed. You couldn't find it anywhere in town. Meat and three, they call it. You know, you get smothered pork with cabbage and mashed potatoes and black-eyed peas and stuff like that. And there's Muddy Waters a few feet away playing and having a drink. Anyhow, I'm sitting at the counter and I see Walter Horton come in the door. Place is packed. And he's got this guy with him I'd never seen before, real sharp dressed, had his hair styled and there. I thought, I wonder who that guy is. And Walter sees me and starts coming through the crowd, you know, up to me, and he said, "Hey, Charlie, I want you to meet my old friend, Robert Nighthawk." Wow, Robert Nighthawk, you know, because I knew who he was.
Yeah.
And I guess Nighthawk had been out of town and had just come back to town and was making the rounds. And, but we played together that night because Buddy had him sit in, and from me knowing Shaky Walter, Nighthawk knew I played, and they played, and I played. I mean, it was just a jam session. Kind of. The only thing that was unusual was that there was nobody my age in these clubs.
Yeah.
Black or white. This was adult music as far as I was.
So you weren't like nervous, you know, like, I mean, you know, like nah, yeah.
It was like being at home for me.
Yeah.
Because everybody there was from the South.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'd say 90% of them were directly from the South, or at least a generation removed. Maybe their parents were born there or something. But so we all liked the same music and the same food, and we were from the same place. And they thought of me as just a homeboy. Even though I was white, I was welcome. And when they found out I played, they were really encouraging and supportive, and tickled that. First of all, they were impressed that I would come alone to these clubs and hang out all night with them, and that you know, I'd just be there by myself.
Because all sorts of things in some of those clubs, you know, and especially being a white guy walking, you know, like I don't know, fighting guns, you know, just...
Oh, they were rough. They were a lot
Yeah.
it was a lot of...
I remember the picture, I've seen a picture of you, you know, I think it might be when like Muddy Waters is playing, you know, in Pepper's Lounge. I
think that's Otis Rush.
Is it? Oh, right, okay, and it's you, and you're the only white guy in there, you can see it. It's just...
And standing right behind me in that picture is a waitress. That's Mary. That's the one that told Muddy that I played.
Yeah, right.
If it hadn't been for like her, she kind of opened the door there, because I didn't have a goal.
Yeah, you weren't going like...
I was just happy to be there.
Yeah.
You know?
Really cool.
But once people heard me sitting in, like Muddy would demand that I sit in, you can't say no or leave.
No, sorry, I'm not.
And other musicians heard me and they started offering me jobs. Hey man, you know, next Wednesday we're at this club, why don't you come by? And we can't pay you much, but I think you can pay me something. You gonna pay me? Well,
yeah.
Okay, I'll be there. And so that was the beginning. It just developed from there.
Yeah. So what brand of harmonicas were you playing then? Was that
back then it was only Hohner that...
Only Hohner, yeah.
I mean, you get an American Ace, but they were
Yeah.
They were very good.
And guitar, I mean, what was your first guitar that you bought, you know, because you... Or got, or had, or whatever?
The first guitar I owned was called a Supertone.
Yeah.
It had belonged to my dad. And I remember the only time I've ever seen a picture of one, there's one on the cover of a Big Bill Brunzi album, on Columbia. Is a bed with a guitar laying on it. And that guitar is exactly like the one I had. Well, I had a Les Paul that Otis Rush gave me.
Yeah.
That was pretty nice. I loaned him my car. He had to go, I think he had to go to Omaha to do a gig.
Yeah.
And his car was either broke down or he didn't have a car, I forget. And I happened to have a car, and I said, he didn't take my car. And he went and did the gig. When he came back, brought his car back, he gave me this guitar for loaning him the...
Otis Rush, wow, that's...
I hadn't asked for anything, I just...
Yeah, you just happy to help out, and
yeah,
he's like... But, you know, he must have seen, like, I'm very grateful and that, and he's like, didn't forget it, and goes...
Well, we used to play every Sunday at the I Spy Lounge on 63rd Street. And Otis told me he thought that was the roughest bar in Chicago.
Yeah.
I thought there was some rougher places. Like down the street there was the Cha-Cha-Cha Lounge, where Hound Dog Taylor played. I thought that was a rougher place.
Did you meet Hound Dog, I suppose, or did you?
Yeah. I never played with him, but that I remember. But I knew him. And I really loved the way he played.
So did he really have like 6 fingers, or?
He had another little finger.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah. Did he? Would that be part of his style? Did you ever know?
I don't remember him using that extra little finger.
I incorporated in it. It'd be quite funny to watch. You know, if that stretched out that a little bit further to, you know, grab a note.
I just don't remember noticing that or paying attention to that.
So you've had throughout the years lots of amazing guitarists play with you, you know, in your band.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it'd be really hard to pick a favourite, or you know, because they're all good. I mean, even like Matt Stubbs that you have play now, he's great, you know.
Yeah.
And I think he's getting better. You know, he's kind of it's really cool what the direction he's heading in. You know, and he's only young too.
One of those guys that just learns a little bit and then levels off and stays there. And I'm still learning too. I'm always thinking about a new way to play or how to be better or something.
Yeah.
And I always try to hire the best guys I could find, because the better they are, the better they make me sound. And I learn from them too.
And so you've got that book too, haven't you? Like the book of all your, you know, when you need a guitarist, or you know,
I have a list of
whole
phone numbers for all different instruments.
A musical directory.
Well, you know, you never know. Somebody might get sick or something. You can't make it. make a call.
Yeah, cool.
Wherever you are in the country.
Yeah. Well, gee, I could talk with you for days, to be honest. You know, I just hearing you play guitar. I remember hearing you play guitar. The first time was, I don't know, probably one of the first times you were in Australia. You pulled out a blue guitar. It was blue, I'm pretty sure, an acoustic.
Oh, like a semi-acoustic.
Yeah.
Like F-holes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Gibson.
Yeah, and I always remember it's just because we went to see you as a harmonica player, and to be honest, I was like, you know, when you know you broke it down and brought out the guitar, and I was like thinking, wow.
I don't remember bringing that guitar here, but the only blue guitar I got is
Yeah, it was.
they call it Beale Street Blue.
Yeah.
But it's made at the factory in Memphis, and they came up with that blue color and called it Beale Street. On the back of it, in little gold letters, it says Beale Street Blue or something like that.
Yeah. I'm doing these blogs because I love blues music, and I know you guys do too. So let's share it. Share it to all your friends and show them the power of blues music.